Hi, my name is Darren Joseph from HTJ.tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing role of international tax. And today we have the honor and privilege of having another conversation with Leonardo. Leonardo, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, Darren. Thank you very much for having me. I'd like to start by saying hello to everyone that is watching. My name is Leonardo Marques Sanchez. Just call me Leo. It's easier. I'm a tax lawyer, a tax partner in a law firm in Portugal, also a tax law professor at the Portuguese Catholic University. My main areas of focus at this point are national, domestic, and international issues pertaining to individuals. So I think that's a little bit of what we are going to discuss today, right?
All right, fantastic. Let's talk about the NIF, or the Portugal Tax ID. What is it used for? And, because some people think that by getting a NIF, you're automatically tax resident. Can you talk us through the NIF and how it works?
Yes. Yeah, the NIF is a taxpayer number, and we have a NIF if you are resident or if you are not resident. Okay. So for certain agreements, even if sometimes it is not mandatory, typically it's requested. So if you sign a lease agreement, want to have a holiday house in Portugal, even though it's not mandatory, most likely the lessor will ask you for a NIF to execute the agreement. Will also be requested if you try to open a bank account. So a NIF is a taxpayer number is used basically in all legal documents. Even again, if sometimes it is not necessary by law, I would say it's almost like a tradition to have the NIF. If you don't have a NIF, maybe you're hiding something. Just kidding a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, if you have a NIF, you can be a non-resident or a resident, okay?
Right.
And number will remain the same, but your residency status may change. So typically, you start by applying to a non-resident NIF. You use it for all sorts of legal purposes. And then, for instance, you're in the process of obtaining a visa. After everything is completed, well, then you will change the status of your residence, and you'll still keep the same number. One important point is that the NIF is many times is asked wherever you make a transaction. So the shop owners, restaurant owners, they will all ask if you want to include the NIF. Why is that? Well, not only the NIF will be necessary for VAT, so if you want to deduct any purchase for VAT purposes, you will need a proper invoice, which includes a NIF, also for corporate income tax. But there are also some rebates, and to have personal expenses will also affect the way we compute personal income tax. So people typically ask for a NIF if they're residents. One thing is, if you're not a resident, if you haven't yet changed your tax residency, and especially in cases that you are a resident by mistake, please don't use the NIF while you're on vacation here, because you're creating more evidence that in fact you're a resident here. So, the NIF will be on records. So it is what it is.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Leo, if people wanted to get in touch with you, to hire yourself, to hire your team, what's the best way to find you?
I think I can be easily found on Google. So just Google my name, Leonardo Marques Sanchez, and I think the law firm, Miranda's law firm website will immediately pop up with my email addresses. That will be easier. I'm easy to find.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.